This is Andi Purewal, Boxing Social in association with Betfred. We're in the immediate aftermath of the weigh-in for Taylor Serrano in New York. And I'm joined by Dillian Whyte. Dean, I've just said to you off camera, you get everywhere where water can't. What brings you out here?
I had a few meetings out here. Had one yesterday. Gonna have one. Got meetings after this, and it coincided with a great big fight. So, what better to go and be in something historic again? 2 weekends on the trot, doing stuff I love. So yeah, I'm just here and taking in what was going on. It was a real good weigh-in. Great set of Irish fans, great set of Puerto Rican fans. And we're in for a great fight, man. I think the fans, like they said, are going to be the biggest winners. And yeah, I'm just here, man. I'm just here chilling.
A special atmosphere we've just witnessed here for the weigh-ins. Obviously, just get you excited for tomorrow night. Taylor Serrano, the fight billed as the largest in female boxing history. What are your thoughts on it?
I think, yeah, well, they've done around 18,500, I'm told. So, you know, obviously anything Eddie Hearn, you got Jake Paul and that they're involved in is always going to be dynamite. Those guys can get the numbers, the bums on seats. I mean, and now we've got an explosive fight by both girls. I saw Taylor, she was looking very explosive and strong, media day. Serrano, you know, she looked herself just, you know, efficient and doing her bit. But obviously the bookies has her as the favourite, you know. But it's going to be interesting, man. Let's see who comes the winner. But obviously I'll be rooting for Taylor. Obviously she's on the same kind of side of the pond. I know her coach, and I think he's the manager. I'm not even 100% sure what he is, but so I'll be rooting for them, man. You know what I mean? Serrano, good luck to her. She was like underdog in the whole boxing career and come a long way and managed to get to the mecca of the sport. So, you know, credit to her. I love underdogs as well, but I'll be rooting for Taylor, man. Hopefully she doesn't have an off night like she did against what's the cop there? The cop from Belgium. She had an off night.
Pursuit.
Yeah, Pursuit. So, you know, hopefully she brings it right now and gets the win and brings all the belts back, man.
Just one other fight on this card, we'll get your thoughts on is Liam Smith and Jesse Vargas. What's your take?
That looks interesting. It was quite tasty. Liam's always in some form of a barnstormer, you know what I mean, as Fowler and a few other fights he's had. Yeah, that's going to be a good fight. You know, usually I end up coming to boxing late and just watching one or two. I might step out a bit good tomorrow so I can catch a few fights, because sometimes I just can't be bothered. I just come to watch who I watch, or maybe watch one or two and kind of get off. But yeah, I might step out early. We'll see. But there's a few decent ones, and let's see, man.
Dean, I'm sure you've been asked about it already, going back to last weekend, Tyson Fury stopping Dillian. I just wanted to get your thoughts going back to it and your reflections on it.
Really just that we're fucking gutted, mate, you know, as you can imagine. I felt that there wasn't much in the fight. I hear people saying Fury was boxing his head off, which doesn't make sense to me. There wasn't nothing in that fight at all. Both guys were quite tentative, you know, picking certain shots, trying to set up, you know, what they was trying to work on, whatever it was. Dillian was working on the body. Tyson was probably working, setting that trap for an uppercut. So they both had plans. Dillian came out southpaw. And then obviously in the 6th round, he turned and he became square, and Tyson pounced, hell of a shot, and caught him. And the rest is history.
What was Dillian's game plan, Dean? Because when he did come out southpaw, he certainly surprised a lot of people.
Obviously, look, remember it's chess. So with boxing, everything you do is to offset someone's plan or strategy. So obviously coming out southpaw was probably a surprise to Fury as well. I'm not even sure, did he come out southpaw? I can't remember.
He came out southpaw in the 2nd round.
Yeah, so, you know, it's all offsetting. So that's what makes a stalemate. That's why people say, oh, it weren't the greatest fight. It's because it was high-level boxing where guys are offsetting everything they were doing. So Dillian was trying to hit him. He was having to overreach. He was stepping off. And there was times where Dillian stepped off, Fury missed, and then kind of there to reset and start again. So it was one of those kind of chess matches. But what the plan was, Dillian was always going to the body. And what we planned was hoping to go the second half of the fight to pick it up. There was a lot of wrestling, there was a lot of tussling, elbows was in there, headbutts, there was many kind of things that in there. But when you're in with someone as skillful as Fury, he's big, he's actually difficult to actually reach, more so than you'd probably imagine. And yeah, it was a tough night's work, and you know, we've got to give him his credit, man. Look, hell of a fighter, managed to pull that uppercut out and get the win, and you know, go down in history as probably the best heavyweight of our era, undefeated.
Final one, Dean. I've seen Dillian's comments since about the push after the uppercut, saying that he felt that he should have been given more time to recover because he's head off the canvas. I just want to get your thoughts on that kind of issue.
Well, like I said to a few other people, I'm saying, like, you know, if you are pushed quite heavily and you hit the floor, you could have there's two things there. You might end up with a bit of whiplash, or you hit your head and you do have more concussion if you was buzzed already. It's just like if you was out, you punch someone on the street and you see them buzz, but they're gone on their feet, and then they get knocked and their head hits the floor. They get, you know, they have a break their skull, fracture. It's the same thing. But look, it doesn't take away from the victory, and I don't want it to take away from the victory and go on about, obviously, Dillian and obviously the guys have got to talk about that, but I don't want to go into he said, she said, because it was the Tyson Fury show, Frank Warren show, and you know, the guy got the shot, got the win, and let him just do his thing, go off into the sunset. He said some really nice stuff after the end of the fight, him and his dad, and you know, we just want to keep it on a level thing. You know, if he does go off into the sunset like he does, Dillian will come again, and I believe, you know, second time round he'll be victorious and getting, getting holding them belts.
You've got Sugar stood over there, obviously Tyson's trainer. You had any words with him since coming out?
No, man, I'm probably due to go over there and box down his pussy club. A little midget. No, I'm joking. I'm messing. But anyway, a bit of banter.
All right, Dean, I appreciate your time now. I'll leave you to enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for speaking.
Thanks very much, man.